Welcome to the fifth Sayonara Punk podcast. And thank you for everybody that's showing up to give us a watch. We are live, and so if we do encounter any technical difficulties, please bear with us. It's not as easy as we make it look. And today we're going to be talking with a good friend and colleague of mine, Cameron Ward.
Good friend is right. Hey, Curtis.
And we're just going to be shooting the shit about movies, directors, the masters of cinema, light stuff. So,
Yeah.
with that said, let's get into it. So, I always like to start out by asking, what's your earliest memory of cinema? Uh, like from the youngest, the first memory ever etched into your brain, because I feel like we're the first generation to grow up with this weird psychedelic media that's imprinted on our brains from such a young age. Like never before in the history of the world have you're showing all these flashing images and music and weird stuff to little kids right when they're a baby. So it's always interesting to me what you remember.
Very, right? Very interesting question. Cause yeah, you're right. I mean, like I grew up, okay, go early. Earliest would have to be there was a book that my daddy had, and I don't know, it was somewhere in the house. I found it. I'm sure it was something that he was trying to keep away from me because it was like a monster book. It had the very old monsters, the Wolfman, um, various vampires. Christopher Lee is Dracula, Bela Lugosi is Dracula, and then the Nosferatu dude. I just remember, and of course, the Lady Frankenstein, Frankenstein himself. Anyway, it was just like a collection of all those books, or I'm sorry, of images from all those movies, and
Yeah.
that was the first stuff that I ran into.
So was it like a cinema? It was a cinema book that
I
was
think
just
so, yeah.
like Monsters of Cinema.
Monster. Well, I think if I remember it right, I don't even know if he still has it anymore. If I remember it right, it was a book about whatever character that was. Let's say it was Frankenstein and its lore and how it was related to cinema at the time. You know, something like that.
Yeah, but that's definitely something that would stick out in your head as a little kid, especially you run across it and you open it up, you're like, oh my God, what,
For
what is
sure,
what is this?
for sure. And I mean, I remember being scared to death of it. I remember, and from there we can get into a whole bunch of stuff because I'm sure Curtis, you're around the same age as I am. You ran into a lot of the same images. Freddy Krueger was
Yeah.
one as well, and that was early too. Like my sister was older than us, so she was able to watch it, and we watched it with her from like behind the couch. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
scared to death.
Yeah, we had a babysitter at one point when our parents went out of town, and she was like, "We're gonna watch all the Friday the 13th this weekend." And
Yeah,
so she just rented like 10 movies, and we just binge watched all of them. But old school VHS, of course,
of course.
back in the day. And that was my first like real horror run. I feel like
Oh.
was all of those. Let's back up a little bit then. What was the first show you binge watched as a kid?
Uh, the earliest I remember Curtis would be Transformers, Ninja Turtles, Transformers, Ninja Turtles. Like it was
Yeah,
the Saturday morning stuff, right? Like what we waited and wanted to get to that show. If that's what you're
right.
asking, to the point, like it wasn't available. Like obviously, binging things the way that we can now wasn't available then. But if there's an equivalent, it would definitely be Saturday morning cartoons with the Ninja Turtles and the
Yeah, and
Transformers.
yeah, we watched a ton of Ninja Turtles and ton of Transformers.
Yeah.
Uh, that Transformers movie, so many big names in it. Yeah, Orson Welles is the voice of Omicron. Judd Nelson is Bumblebee.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
Leonard Nimoy is Megatron. Uh,
Are you kidding? I didn't know this, dude.
yeah,
I
and
didn't know
then
the original cartoon. It was a Japanese anime, right?
yeah, but the Transformers animated movie,
Oh, I got it. Okay, got you.
the
Yeah, yes. Sorry. Right, right, right.
the anime movie basically,
Yeah,
like the old
yeah.
school. Remember at the end when Bumblebee grabs the Matrix?
Yes.
Is the end of the movie, and then what's the song? You got the touch, dun 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 dun. You got the
With the
power,
power. Yeah.
which also is the same song they sing in.
Boogie Nights. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's a nice little shout out
Yeah.
from Boogie Nights to Transformers.
Incredible, right?